and I was simply magnetized to it. And I put up no resistance to it. I didn't fight this desire. I didn't tell myself all the reasons why this should be hard. Whatever you're experiencing in your reality with your specific person is simply a reflection of your past programming. And it's as simple as that. Whatever you're experiencing with money, health, all forms of relationships, your career, your job, all simply showing you what your previous ego's programming was. One of the most important things when you truly, deeply love your specific person, you don't have to figure out how everything will unfold between the two of you. You don't have to worry about when it will unfold. That is your ego not realizing who and what you truly are and what your reality is in relationship to you. So that's all that it is. Please understand this. Your reality is consistently just showing you who you were. But if you keep reacting to who you were, you have to realize you're going to continue to have that reflected back to you. It will continue to materialize in your life. You are divine perfection having a human experience. So you're not separate from God. You are one with God. And everyone and everything is also one with God. God is literally within everyone and everything. Your desire already desires you. It already exists. Doesn't matter if it's the amount of money, a particular career, a life with your specific person, a car, multiple cars, multiple homes, anything that you actually desire is desiring you, is pulling you, which is why it feels so like you don't want to give up on it. If you do love me and my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow, and I really do appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything at all related to your specific person, true love, what I like to call mirror soul on my channel, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to the website, coreunion.com, book either a single session or a package of sessions. Then my scheduling assistant, Olga, will reply to the email that you sent to me, letting me know what I'm helping you with. Somewhere around 2000, I want to say 2011, 2012-ish, I had already now left my previous position working for someone else, and I created my interior design business. I was in a location, which at this point was my third version of the business. I absolutely loved a particular city. So I went and I visited the city all the time, sometimes after work, sometimes on the weekends. It was my playground. Everything about it, it felt expansive. And every time I would drive, get off the expressway and drive into the town, I could feel it. This is my home. This is where I'm going to live. At the time, I wasn't making any money at all. But in my imagination, I started deciding that at that time I was making $10,000 a month, doing what I love to do, making people's lives better in terms of their home designs. There I am not making anything, but in my imagination, I was making $10,000 a month, living in my dream home, in my dream city, and my business was a massive success. So I go there one evening, I think on the weekend, and I'm just walking, having fun, taking in everything, the fresh air. And I feel guided to take a right down the street. So I walk down the street. There is a building. The architecture in the city is beautiful too. So there's a building, floor to ceiling glass windows. And I felt this piercing feeling in my soul that this is where my business belongs. I walked across the street. I look at it. There is another business in there. There are no for lease or for sale signs. I know nothing about it. All I know is that I was magnetized to it. It was such a strong pulling. It was exactly the same feeling I felt when I first saw my mirror soul. Exactly the same feeling. Anytime I really want something, it's the exact same feeling. It never fails. It is a piercing feeling right in the core of me. I go across the street and I'm just looking at it. But when I'm looking at it, I literally see my furniture items and my design in the front window instead of it was a clothing store, instead of seeing the mannequins with the clothes. And I see the name of my business up right above, and I could just feel it. I decided that was the one. So I end up walking in the store and I started asking questions if I could talk to the owner. And then I ended up asking a specific question, completely harmless, by the way. It was totally innocent. At this time, I was very naive. I was very green when it came to business and communicating with people. I didn't realize that what I was asking was inappropriate at all. It was completely innocent and harmless. I had also gone to see this $1 million listing home because I just wanted to feel what it would feel like to live there. So I went in and I just enjoyed literally feeling the expansiveness of this beautiful home, beautiful neighborhood, backyard, all the flowers, all the trees, the beautiful kitchen. And so I'm there, and this is after. So I end up meeting a real estate broker. We talk, we hit it off. I tell her about the business and who I am and how this is my dream. This is like my dream life here, and that I knew I would eventually be here. So anyway, I go home as usual. And now I don't know how much time has passed. It's not long. I'm at now the business location that's on paper, it's suffering. On paper, it's not doing well at all. A woman comes into the store, asks to meet the owner. I introduce myself. In a nutshell, she basically introduces herself as who she was, that she owns a lot of property in that particular city. And she asks me if I ever thought of having a location there. And I told her yes. And she said, well, I have a place that's about to become available, and I thought that your business would be good in it. I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember word for word. So I asked her what the address was, and it was the exact address that I had felt that magnetic pull to and imagined my business being there. I didn't make that happen. That was already made. And I was simply magnetized to it. And I put up no resistance to it. I didn't fight this desire. I didn't tell myself all the reasons why this should be hard. This particular city, even to this day, is one of those cities that is known to be hard for people to buy properties as well as businesses to get locations. And this was a prime location. It wasn't the best of the best locations, but it was a prime location. And me not having, a real estate broker representing me for commercial leasing, not going out and any effort, just allowing, being, enjoying myself, loving my life, and having fun, allowing myself to be magnetized to it and feeling it and not contradicting it, allowed out of the infinite that to materialize almost immediately without, again, really doing much of anything. Of course, I ended up moving forward to it. And then that particular location ended up becoming my prime location. I moved myself also physically to a new home there. I've told a lot of stories about that. And then that home wasn't that great. I ended up manifesting living in literally a dream home. And then after a little while, I manifested buying my own dream home that was literally custom made and exactly what I wanted. That in itself, I could have a library of videos for you. The reason why I want to share this particular thing was this. I did nothing wrong. When I walked into the store and I was asking innocent questions that were kind of inappropriate, What I didn't realize, because this is what happened in between that day and the day that the woman came to see me in my store. She traveled almost an hour to come see me. A couple days after I had walked into the store and asked some of the employees to speak to the owner, and they asked me why. I said, "Well, I'm curious to know if this space is going to become available because I'm interested in having my business here." Again, that is something now I know that's completely inappropriate, but it was innocent and I was simply inspired to do it. So I got a phone call from the owner and he was so livid. He was yelling at me. He was telling me how incredibly stupid I was and how wrong. I laugh now. It's funny. At the time, I was absolutely mortified, but it is what it is. You're young, you're naive, and you make mistakes, and it was completely innocent. So he's telling me, how dare I do that, how wrong that was to do it. And I was like begging him, like, I am so incredibly sorry. I had no idea that that was wrong to do. Please forgive me. I obviously, from that point on, I still kept like, I was like, in my heart, in my mind, I'm not going to do anything else in the 3D. Obviously, that would be inappropriate. But in my mind, I was like, I can't help it. That's where I can't help it. That's literally where I can feel I'm going to be. The metaphor that I used years ago that was very helpful for people was that think of your materialized life, your 3D, what you call reality, is kind of like cut flowers from a garden. When you cut flowers from a garden and you put them in a vase, even though those flowers no longer have life, those flowers still do bloom and they appear to be alive still. So they appear to still have life. But it's a matter of time that they will basically wither away. And it's the same thing with the materialized manifestations of your 3D. So you have a pulling, you have a deep desire in your soul. It already exists. Trust in that. Stay aware and dominantly aware of that. When something is said or something happens, you experience something that materializes in your 3D, recognize this is the materialization of my old programming, just like the flowers. It's temporary. It's gonna pass. This too shall pass. But what happens sometimes is you don't allow it to pass. You fall for it again. But it's only a reflection. So if you continue to fall for the reflection, you will continue to materialize your previous manifestation of who you believed you were. Call that your self-concept, your identity, your state of consciousness. There are so many labels. Don't get caught up in semantics. So claim down below, I trust in myself and my abilities to create. I am one with everyone and everything. Nothing can come between me and my desires, and add whatever else you want to say. I love you so much. I intend that this video helped. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.